Did you know that the state of New York wants to take away people's jobs and close businesses? Oh, and they also want to kill teenagers. At least that's the story being told by liquor stores. They're running ads like this one. Save our store, protect our jobs, protect our teenagers. They're upset that New York's governor wants grocery stores to be able to sell wine. He says it'll raise tax money. More stores selling liquor, more money for the state. The liquor stores are furious. They say teenagers will have greater access to alcohol, and there'll be more drunk driving deaths.
Selling wine in grocery stores is wrong. Public safety organizations agree the sale of wine in grocery stores and its easy access to teens is a fatal idea. Paid for by Exit 9 Wine and Liquor.
When I hear that, it's convincing. Kids will go to supermarkets to buy Frosted Flakes, and in the next aisle there's booze. And it's plausible that the supermarkets will drive the little liquor stores out of business. Supermarkets are bigger. They have economies of scale. They'll crush those little Main Street stores, and that's what my next guest says. Ed Wasmer owns a liquor store. So,
that's right.
First, jobs.
Right. In New York, there are about 2,700 retailers of wine and spirits. Probably 1,300, certainly over 1,000 of them are co-located with supermarkets.
So bye-bye to all those if supermarkets sell wine?
Well, yes, that's correct.
So if the goal is jobs, why not require each liquor delivery to be made one bottle at a time? And they'll have to hire lots of delivery men.
I suppose it could be taken to an extreme.
Well, let me go to someone in our audience here who works for Whole Foods, a supermarket chain, and I take it you say he's wrong.
The folks that he's talking about that would like to sell wine are folks that are already licensed to sell beer. They are already licensed to sell alcohol and thus regulated under the same laws and industry as the liquor stores. These are the same number of outlets. These are the same folks that work with the SLA like the liquor stores do.
Well, what about his point that you're going to kill more teenagers that if you do this?
Well, I mean, it's part of the rhetoric that's come out of the liquor store lobby and the liquor lobby about avoiding the real substance of the issue, which is the open markets. So they have attached themselves to a very...
They don't want to have an open market.
They don't want to have an open market. They have an
You're just trying
business.
to protect your business. You don't want competition. Yeah, I want to save money. She's cheaper, maybe.
Let's talk about that for a moment. Just to pick a state, let's look at Florida. The number of wines that are available for sale in Florida is under 7,000. In New York, it's over 23,000. This notion that consumer choices...
Maybe in Florida they want cheaper wines, but don't want such a wide choice.
I don't know. Do you think that the people of Florida are so different? I don't.
Yes.
I think they want cheaper wine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. We have the largest wine market in the world in New York City, and we have about 500 businesses that control that entire market. That's a tremendous amount of money for a very small group of people.
What's interesting is that many of the wineries here in the state have sided with the store owners because they know that the chain stores go through a process called SKU rationalization. Is that particular item making money for me? And wine stores, of course, we like to sell wines that taste good. We're not so Machiavellian about our choice of products.
Please.
Yeah. SKU rationalization is one of those complicated terms that just reminds me of established businesses saying no change, no open competition. There has always been this resistance to the big store coming in and selling things for less. Look at this headline from 1943. A&P was the first supermarket. Headline says they're destroying independent grocers. Anyway, in those 35 states that do allow wine and food to be sold in the same place, it's not like they destroy the liquor stores. Some liquor stores thrive in those states, and we have the owner of one here via satellite. Craig Heffley runs a wine shop in Durham, North Carolina. So how do you survive when supermarkets could underprice you?
We distinguished ourselves from the beginning. We've been open for 2 years now. And the supermarkets were already selling wine. Wine was being sold in convenience stores, gas stations. And we really wanted to distinguish ourselves from them. So we wanted to make the store more inviting, more fun.
So you just had to try harder.
Yeah, we try harder. We made the place interesting and fun. We made our customers want to come back to us.
You have a website that's fun?
Yes, the website allows our customers to track their purchases. It's a lighthearted thing. You know, wine has a lot of snobbery and intimidation involved with it, and we wanted to kind of take it the other way and make it fun and exciting.
See, Ed, this is why I think that opening the market up is good. It forced him to do something new. It pushed you stodgy, established folks into trying new things.
I think that the argument is a bit one-sided. Whereas a supermarket is permitted to sell 100,000 different items, we're allowed to sell 2, wine and spirits.
So let you sell everything also.
Well, that's not what's being proposed, not even close. And in terms of the number of outlets we can own, we are still very limited. So it's put us at an extreme
So you'd be okay
disadvantage.
with a level playing field,
Basically,
get rid of all the rules.
Well, I think that a controlled product, beverage alcohol, requires a different standard. We've seen it in countries like India and Russia, where they've had illegal product kill thousands of citizens. There is a control element here, and law enforcement, in fact, agrees with us. Well, it's quite true. Licensing has a place when you're dealing with an adult product.
Well, I thank you very much for joining us, and Craig Heffley, too. When we return, I'll introduce you to a